meeting last Friday, and the cost of insurance for community and voluntary groups, really, I suppose, for all volunteers, was raised. And what their findings were when they were applying for insurance for, be it a men's shed or whatever, that they were nearly being taken as being a commercial entity. And just to inquire if there's any plans to treat community and voluntary groups differently in terms of applying for insurance. So, thank you very much. Thanks, Chairman.
I think, unfortunately, the challenge from the point of view of the claims environment are no different to a commercial organisation. Unfortunately, we are seeing a number of claims being made against community groups, which perhaps years ago might not have been made. But the environment we're now in is that people aren't taking claims even against, a group of people who have been putting their own time in for free, doing very, very, very valuable work for the community. And unfortunately, we're seeing that claims culture now move into even voluntary groups. That means it's very, very difficult for us to price it any other way other than to look at the cost of claims these groups are going to incur and unfortunately allow for that. So again, it comes back to delivering on the cost of claims, reducing those is what will help ultimately those community groups.
So I can support that. That's why we called specifically for a review on the law of negligence, because simply there are too many claims being paid out. So there are two significant problems. The first one is the cost of the claims in this country, which are 4.4 times England and Wales, and that's been validated by the excellent work of retired Justice Nicholas Cairns. But there's an additional problem for the very groups you speak about, which is the sheer frequency of claims and the fact that every accident is now required to be compensated. It's part of the compo culture. So we are calling on a fresh review to determine what can be done so that payments are only made where actual negligence rather than simply accidental events happen. And that's critical to help in that area.
Thank you.
Again, we have to look at the claims, and just a case to illustrate the issue with claims. I think that might be worthwhile. A fractured finger in Ireland, and two of my children fractured fingers this summer playing hurling in Camogie, and you bring them to the local clinic. You strap up the finger. In a few weeks, they're back playing again. It's not a big deal, a fractured finger. Whereas the issue is if someone's responsible for that, or if it happens in a play centre, wherever else, in a men's shed, all the things you say, and you go and you look at the Book of Quantum in Ireland, and a fractured finger, uncomplicated, with no long-term issues in Ireland, is 17,500. And you can expect to spend 10,000 on plaintiff fees. The claimant's fees will be 10,000 and the defence fees will be 3,000. So you're going to pay 17,000 on legal fees for a 17,000 fractured finger that will be fine in a few weeks when it's uncomplicated. And hundreds, thousands of children have them every Sunday playing hurling and move on. There's no issue. And you go, and I thought that was quite an interesting one because two of my kids had it this summer. So I said,
there was no claim.
Pardon?
There was no claim arising.
There's no claim. There was an argument that they wanted to get back quicker, and a quick trip to a private clinic, and they try and get you to get an MRI, and you say no, an X-ray is fine. This isn't that serious. But anyway, all that goes on. But I thought it was interesting to go to our claims managers throughout Europe and just to get their view on what would happen in their country, just because we talk about whiplash and the 4.4 and all that, but I thought it was interesting. So in the UK, they came back and for the 17,500 in Ireland, it's 4,100, and the legal fees are 9,932. So the lawyer needs to find 10 broken fingers to pay for one in Ireland, and then if you go to Germany, which is and I accept that the court system in Germany has a lot more people in it, and it's not as outsourced to the lawyers. But the award, the injury value there is 1,500, and the legal fees are 250. So the legal fees in Ireland, 10,000, 1,000 in the UK, and 250 in Germany. For any men's shed where a broken finger could be a common injury, the severity and the awards in the Book of Quantum have to change, really.